This is the Fresh Take interview where we get to know the people behind the mic, the art, the voice, or in this case, the games, and get their unfiltered take on the world that is anime right now. For this version of the Fresh Take interview, we're kind of mixing it up. Instead of one guest, instead of two guests, we have three guests. These three guests are very awesome people. They are predominantly Twitch creators. One is known for productivity and co-streaming. Another one kind of focuses on variety streaming, may also be a little bit of a foodie. And the third is more of a hardcore gamer diving into various worlds. I'll let you figure out who's who in that lineup. But joining me on today's Fresh Take interview, we have Afro Duckling, we have Wolfie, and we have Raf. Thank you for joining me, guys, today, and welcome to the Fresh Take interview. How are you guys all feeling?
Thank you for having us.
I'm feeling fantastic, actually. A
I'm
lot
doing
better
great.
now after a nice introduction, so it's feeling good.
Ah,
No.
nice.
You guys are all, I've met you guys through co-streaming, and it's something that I've fallen more in love with over the years. When I first joined Twitch, I literally only thought about it or of it to just be about gaming. And then I got to know communities. I got to know that it's not just about putting on your camera and streaming games. It's about community. And the co-working community is something that has got me through many days when I work my day job or if I need to do edits and stuff, and finding all of you guys through the power of friendship, through the streaming world has actually been really awesome. What we usually do on the Fresh Take interviews, we usually start off with a little bit of an icebreaker. It's usually what we call the 1 minute quiz, where we basically fire off random quick fire questions to kind of like, I guess, do up icebreaker, but also give you guys a little bit of comfortability. But this won't be timed because we have multiple guests and 1 minute may not work in this format. So I'm just going to ask you guys a few questions and we shall go from there. So first one on the docket, we are going to fire this one to Raf.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Raf, what's your favorite anime?
My favorite anime has got to be Attack on Titans.
Good choice.
Straight up. Do I need to give a full explanation as to why?
No.
Or just
No. We'll leave it at just a little bit of a short answers for now. Afro, do you eat cheese by itself?
Sorry?
Do you eat
Cheese by itself?
By itself?
Absolutely. Hey, I'm a Dutchie, right? So
Gouda.
Gouda cheese.
Good.
Wolf, ramen or burgers?
Ramen.
Choice,
Raf,
good choice.
comfort anime.
Ooh, comfort anime. Jeez. Sakamoto Days, actually.
I'm so upset. I almost wore a Sakamoto hoodie. Oh well.
We're close.
So close. Afro, anime you dropped instantly.
Oof. That's a couple. On the top of my head, I don't know. Give me time to think. How about that? Let's return to the question.
Black Clover.
Oh, is there any truth behind that? Can you comment on Black Clover? Was that a drop?
Well, for me, it's if the question was directed to me, then yes, it was an instant drop after episode 2. Episode 2, I could not bear with the screaming of the main character. That put me off so much. And I know that a lot of people say, yes, but the fighting scenes and the story, if you could just get over with the guy screaming, what's his name? Asta?
Asta.
And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't. I turned on episode 3 and it's like, ah! Nope.
Sister
No.
Lily!
I'm done. How
dare you?
Too many decibels.
I got one.
Oh, you got one.
ReZero.
Ooh.
Oh.
Just, I'm sorry, that was not it. Absolutely not.
Do you know what? I hear you. And there's someone on my podcast who will absolutely be heartbroken to hear both of those answers because he's a big fan of both ReZero
Oh,
and Black Clover. So I'm going to
Oh.
make sure that he knows about this.
oh my
Okay.
gosh. It's not even Christmas yet, and I'm already on the naughty list. Oh my goodness.
I'm already heard he said Black Clover. Like,
I'm
that's a
sorry,
really good
Wolfie.
anime.
But I was looking forward to it because everybody was like, oh, coming on with, I think some people from Bleach were involved in it, and Bleach hadn't done anything for almost like a decade, and I was really looking forward to it, and I saw some amazing trailers, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm looking forward to it. But the screaming,
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. There was a bit of friction at first for me too, but after I got used to it, or I've got used to it, or he toned it down. I'm not sure which one. It picked up for me
okay. So are you saying I should give it a fourth
Yes.
chance?
Yes. Yes.
until you become tone deaf. It'll be worth it.
yes.
But
yes.
bear in mind, I'm saying a fourth chance.
Listen,
Right.
listen. The character
Maybe you
development
should just skip a
of the
couple of
other
episodes.
characters, the character development of the other characters will make you stay.
Okay, so I don't have to throw it in the same pile as Boruto as well, right?
Ooh,
No,
we don't
please
talk about
don't,
Boruto.
no,
we
no,
don't.
No,
yeah.
no,
Mm,
no,
nah,
no.
taboo. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
No, yeah, that's a no.
Sorry,
no.
this was a question. This
No.
was a quick fire
No.
question for Afro.
No.
It wasn't even for me. Like,
The thing is, this is a quick fire question, but we
It's all
have to
good.
carry on.
It's all good.
But before we ask more questions, to pick it back off what Wolf just said, I honestly have to say that the character development is good. Noel especially surprises me. Like,
Yeah.
you like it. But yes, let's fire off a few last minute questions before we move on to the meat and potatoes. Wolf,
Yes.
how does my place? Nugget, would you rather have a pet whale or a pet dinosaur?
Give me a dinosaur. Mm-hmm. Dinosaur.
where, a flying one?
It doesn't matter. It's a dinosaur. Give me it.
Okay, yeah.
I
alright.
mean, if it's a T-Rex,
Hey, that's my boy T.
Yeah, who's gonna, yeah, how is he gonna help you do your bed, bro? Like, can you imagine it's like trying to stretch from one side of the corner and his chin just lands on the other side? It
Listen,
can't get its arms.
listen.
Hey,
It's gonna be like this.
man.
It's gonna wrap like in a half circle how they normally sleep, and I'll just be tucked right in there. I'll be like, this my homie.
that's
Okay,
cute. I like that.
We'll ask the last three questions. So, last round. Raf,
Yeah.
favorite game of all time?
Ooh, I'm torn between two, but I'm gonna go with the original Final Fantasy X.
Yeah, because you said all time. So which one is your second one?
Claire Obscure Edition 34.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Yeah.
We're gonna unpack that soon. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
come
can
back
do
to
that.
We'll pin that. We'll coming back to that. Remind me if I
complement
forget.
each other.
Make me
well,
moderate
all
like
right.
a moderator.
Okay.
Mhm.
Afro, Marvel or anime?
Ooh. Ooh.
Why are you doing that?
Luck
Time
of
out.
the draw.
Time out. Because my favorite character can do anything he wants, he can go into an anime. So I'm gonna just take anime.
Maximum effort.
Maximum effort.
Maximum. Hey.
that was a tough one.
Those are some good questions, by the way.
Wait,
I
we got
really
one more for
like
Wolf
that.
because I believe he was the last one. So,
Yes.
unless I lost my place, no, Wolf is the last question. So, Wolf, for you, I'm gonna say Gojo or Ghetto.
Give me Gojo.
That's fair. That is fair. Okay, guys, that was the extended edition of the 1 minute quiz where we get to know the guys behind the mic. But we're going to, I guess, do a little bit of unpacking to find out a little bit more about our guests today and what they have going on. So the floor's open. I want to ask you guys, what are you currently watching?
Oh. Right now, because I was watching it about 2 hours ago, is My Hero Academia Vigilante. Just because I've left My Hero Academia for so long, because I caught up with the manga, and then I was thinking, well, I really want to watch the animation. I want to listen to the music track, how they conveyed the characters' voices with everything that's happening on screen. So I stopped watching the anime for a very long time until it caught up. It finally caught up, finished the anime, and now I felt like I needed a little bit more of a closure. So I started watching Vigilante. and Vigilante to me is more like a slightly more mature and beginning version of My Hero Academia, and it gives a little bit more lore to some of the stuff that have happened in present time. But I'll try not to say too much in case it's a spoiler for anyone in here. So right now I'm watching that on its own, nothing else around it.
That's fair. That's fair. And Wolfie, are you currently feasting your eyes on anything noteworthy?
I have like a long list of a lot of animes I'm currently watching that are upcoming, and I'm waiting for new seasons, or I want to add to the list. But as of recent, the last thing I've watched was Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling. So it started off as a person reincarnated in a dragon egg, and then it's like a game gimmick. So as they progress to survive, they see a system on screen pop up saying, "Oh, at level 5, you can turn to these dragons," and then he has a special ability. I would say a voice that says, "Choose this one because you become a better dragon." So he has that kind of specialty, and as he gets stronger and he levels up, and he see that he levels up, he evolves to a whole new dragon, and that's how it's been so far. It's been a very, very interesting story.
I know for a fact there's like a lot of Reincarnated as a my favorite one is Reincarnated as a slime. I need to check out Reincarnated as a vending machine because I've been told to. I've been told there's actually one Reincarnated as a vending machine, but I've been told to watch it, so I'm gonna eventually pick
I've
that one
seen
up.
season 1 of that one.
Is it worth it?
I've seen my time reincarnated as a vending machine. It's funny.
Within my friendship circle, it's the one that most people keep asking me to commence. So it must be good.
It must be good
It's
if we're all
just
getting recommended it.
wholesome. It's so...
As a vending machine, how does that work? Like, okay, Afro, just elevator pitch. If you're tasked to kind of like send it to us, why should we watch it?
If you want a funny and goofy anime where you don't think too much, go watch that. I don't want to spoil anything because literally you don't need to use your brain anymore. It's more like, okay, what is happening? Okay, this is happening, and I'm actually learning about vending machines. You're gonna learn something. It's really a recommendation if you want to watch something.
Money.
Yeah. Well, it's more like how convenient they are and what type of vending machines they have over there.
Yeah,
and how they use it, and it's just what?
Have you guys been to Japan, by the way?
I'm going next year.
Okay.
Not yet.
Because I've been to Japan, and you can buy pretty much anything.
Right?
All right, yeah, I saw that.
I'm not sure if this is gonna get chopped off, but you can even buy unclean underwear if you want. So, just
literally, you can buy anything.
Hey, at least there's something for everybody. So I like the inclusivity for everybody.
As long as you consume whatever you are purchasing right there by the vending machine. I'm not sure how it works with unclean underwear. Maybe you can take it home, but with things like tea, coffee, curry, I don't know, fruits, ramen, whatever it is that you decide to get, you have to consume it there. There's this unwritten rule of you cannot eat and drink as you walk in order to keep the whole area around you.
I hear it.
Clean, I guess.
And also, basically, you have to bring your garbage home because there's barely any trash cans on the road.
Well, I love that. That's something that I put into practice myself anyways. So I just put it in my pocket, put it in my backpack, and then the nearest bin that I can find. Because I try to treat my environment outside as well as inside as my own, right? Try to make it a nice temple for everybody around me.
Yeah, I hear that. To be honest, one thing that I admire about the society is even from a young age, they teach children about courtesy, about how to basically coexist, and that's something that I wish was established in other parts of the world.
Yeah, that would be amazing. Have you seen them how they operate? The Japanese football fans in a soccer stadium.
Wait, they're all basically tidy up at the end, right?
Yeah, as a collective, they have like these sticks and they have these empty bags, and they just collect all the rubbish and then put it out there for the actual workers to just collect a big bulk and throw it away. It's awesome.
kind people.
The Premier League should take notes.
Yeah, so that's a good isekai there to as to why I was reincarnated into a vending machine.
And Afro, are you currently watching anything of note?
Yeah, a couple that I just finished, the Gaichakucho, the trash anime that
Speaking
I'm
of trash,
really
Up to
good
Finally
segue.
up to date.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
top tier.
please.
Love it.
Mm,
That is a great story. I am in love with it.
mm.
It's good. It's a really good. I really can't wait for the second one, second season. The other one is that I finished was solo camping for 2. Also, again, slow paced anime. If you just want to hang out and just have just watch something wholesome and cute and learn something about camping, this is your anime.
Mm.
Literally, they go into detail with that one too.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Do you know
currently watching the Fire Force, but I only saw 2 or 3 episodes, and I kind of need to rewatch them again because I started to watch all the other 2 before that.
Fire Force gets really good, in my opinion, but I can co-sign the solo camping for 2 because I watched that on a whim because the cover art looked interesting, and it was very wholesome and very surprising. And the main character, bless him, all he wants to do is basically be a solo camper, but he's got a new friend that kind of thrusts him into a different kind of way of thinking about how he should be camping, and it's actually really good. The food also looks.
Oh my god!
The food also looks
Don't
quite
watch
good.
it when you're hungry. That's
Well-
definitely
Reminds me of Food Wars. Don't
yeah.
watch it when you're
Every time they get the chance, you will see detailed food, and it's like, can I have some, please?
Just to segue a little bit, because you guys mentioned Fire Force, I did cosplay once as Organ Montgomery,
Ooh.
and I was so afraid to leave the house because I'm based in Germany, and in my area there aren't many black fellas around, and I'm walking out the house with what looks like a prison break suit, because the whole orange thing.
Yeah.
I got the hair shaved on the sides, I got my contact lenses, and I'm traveling all the way from Frankfurt to Cologne, which is about a 2-hour journey in the middle of 750,000 people, and everyone's
Yeah.
questioning what is going on. But then you start to feel safe as you get closer to the venue
a
itself.
con.
People
Yeah,
start to go like,
yeah.
"Oh no, he belongs here." And
Oh, that's where
Yeah.
he's going.
Oh,
yeah, so he's not leaving; he's going somewhere. He hasn't left. Which, fun fact, there's a quick thing that I want to say. In Germany, apparently, I need to cross check, to be honest, that you have the right to break out of prison and seek your freedom to a certain degree. So if you break out of prison and you're not caught breaking out of prison, then that freedom is yours.
Wow. Prison
So-
break.
The more you know.
So there you go. Maybe people were looking at me and going like, "Oh, this guy made it.
he
Hogan made it."
He made it.
He did it.
Wait,
He's free.
Ref, can I ask, what version of Ogun were you? Were you the one where he has his top off and he has all the paint as well?
Oh no, I didn't go for that one. I wasn't brave enough for that one. No, it's the one with the jumpsuit, and then I folded it down so that I have the black tank top and the contact lenses, but nothing overly like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe for the next one, but I feel like it's too much of a flex. Showing pecs and stuff like that, and it's like, look at Afro. Afro's like, I mean, you're doing the
Afro doing
cosplay.
this, and here's me in my head laughing because you said flex when I'm talking about pecs. My mind goes
It's
that
all
way.
good. I can send you the link that I did on the post of me as Organ Montgomery at some point.
No, like if you don't mind, I might even like put it on the socials and put your picture in it. We'll see.
Yeah, the only problem is that I have an abnormally large forehead, so that didn't really go well with the cosplay. But hey,
Use a
we move
big
on
head.
with that.
I want to ask you guys, I guess, a little bit about your anime origin stories. So, again, the floor is open, so anyone can jump in if they want. What were your gateway animes?
I would say Roanoa Kenshin was my gateway. That was the first ever anime I've seen, and I shouldn't have been watching it because at the time it came out, it was like very late, and I was like 12 or like 10 or something. And the show came at 1 a.m. Don't ask me why I was up that late. I just stumbled upon it as I was dozing off because as a kid, you're not supposed to be up that late. But I was like, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. This is very, oh God. And then I woke up and I'm like, what was that anime? And then I found out and I watched more of it. So I that was my gateway. I wouldn't consider Pokemon because I was more into the trading card and the game before the anime, but Kenshin really brought me to an open eyes of, oh, there's a whole world of all these awesome stuff to watch.
Okay. No, that's really cool. I like that. Ref,
For me,
you
it's
Afro, I'll let you go.
yeah, we're switching spaces, right?
Yeah,
I
no,
guess my first, if I can remember correctly, is it's a Dutch/Japanese cartoon. So
I like
it is, I would say, half anime, and it's called Alfred Jodokus Kwak.
Bless you.
Basically,
Don't do that, sir.
Listen here.
That's
Listen
hilarious.
here. You cannot, just because you have Sneeze Premium, you cannot hate on our sneezes, you know?
Sneeze Premium.
Subtitles?
Lord have mercy. Basically a duck.
I'm not involved. I'm just listening to Afro right now. I want to know the lore.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what's the context to this one?
So it's a duck. Alfred Jodokus Kwak, as in literally quack. And he has a father that is a.
I was waiting for someone to do that, but I've been interrupted so many times. I was like, let me just keep myself to myself.
Oh my God, that was the best.
We might have to explain that one a little bit later, but let me let you land, and then we'll explain the stupidness that we're going through.
Who said that?
I'm sorry. Where
were we?
No. Yeah, ducks. Yeah. Okay, so this is a regular sized duck, but he has a father that is a mole. Don't ask me how and what, but I guess the mole found the duck and he adopted him. Yada yada yada. I can't really remember the origin story, what happens in the story itself, but there were specific characters in there. Another duck that was first of all a black duck and based off a Suriname person, as in we have lots of Suriname people in the Netherlands. She was called Winnie, and I remember being so in awe seeing representation basically at such a young age and done properly. Great job. What else is there? The story is just it is for kids, so it is like, very, very easy to follow. But the moments in there, they talk about grief, they talk about loss, just some heavy topics, but very nicely done in a way that kids can easily follow. And just being be able to recognize it a bit for your how you say that, sorry, I lost the word.
English is hard, don't worry.
It is. But overall, it's one of my childhood cartoons / animes that I cherish deeply.
Okay, I'm someone that likes to learn and explore things. I'm gonna look into that one once you type out and send me the spelling. I'll
Absolutely, I can send you some videos of it, and you can understand like what is going on here, because it was also the thing. But what it made animate is it was animated by Japanese people, so you really can see instantly that the specific anime style.
No, I like it. I like how it's something that resonated and even, I guess, would you say it influenced your brand and the whole Afro Duckling, and that's the origin story of who you are from that?
Maybe.
I've thought of it that way.
I never thought of it that way, to be honest, because ever since I was little, I was already in love with ducks.
Mm. But yeah, for anyone listening and wondering why we broke during that awkward quack, streamers, the good streamers, not saying that if you're not a good streamer you don't do this, but they have walk-on sounds for members of the community, and Afro gave me a very, well, probably one of my favorite walk-ons in any stream that I jump into, for my personal one. It's from Dragon Ball Abridged, for those who are aware of it. And Krillin basically has his whole space duck moment, and his quack is my walk-on sound for when I jump into Afro streams, and it's actually hilarious.
It's cute.
Quack!
Quack! Quack!
And it gets me every single time.
Is that a space duck?
Is that a space duck?
Yep.
How majestic. Raf, what was your gateway anime?
I think I'll start off with
Ay.
No, my
my-
bad.
Okay.
Yeah, as you can already tell, it was definitely Dragon Ball.
It was?
Yes, Kakarot, you clown.
Nani?
But yeah, I started off with Dragon Ball, but it was
Hello,
funny because
monkey. Sorry. Carry on.
oh my goodness, during the solo raid train that I did,
Yeah.
Oh my
playing
God.
Kazan, and I kept on bumping into like monkeys that would be flinging their feces at me. I was just like, you stupid monkeys. Can't wait to eradicate you all. But yeah, Frieza's goated, hilarious. Hello, monkeys. But yeah, just going on to it. I didn't even realize that it was an anime. I just knew that it had a different style of design, shall I say, and the story writing just felt a little bit more of a breath of fresh air. And at the time, yeah, okay, Street Fighter, like the cartoon movies would show up, Tenchi Muyo, Gundam Wing, things like that would slowly show up, and then a few years later, Pokemon started to show up. But I used to live in Portugal. I was born in Portugal, so we were very limited. So our closest thing to anime would be like, I don't know, Oliver and Benji. I think it's called the football one. Captain Tsubasa.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
Yes,
because I was born in Portugal, it had different titles, it had different names. And if you look at Captain Tsubasa and you look at Doraemon or Ninja Hattori, it was a little bit more closely related to what a cartoon would look like, cutesy and round and stuff like that. And Dragon Ball was like sharp edges, and they're bleeding, and they're muscular guys, and hair's transforming, everything's exaggerated. And I kind of just fell in love with the whole thing of being strong, being powerful, but also fighting for what's right, for what's just, not just picking on the weak, but trying to uplift everybody who's around you, regardless of how they identify themselves, whether they are short and bold, whether they are green and mean, aka Piccolo, whether they are coming from a completely different planet and they're pink. I absolutely loved it, to the point that in our playground, we would make up all sorts of games. That we didn't have trading card games. So what we would do, we'd go to like this, the £1 shop, or back then, whatever currency they used in Portugal, which is called shields at the time. And we'd get like these books that you could color in different Dragon Ball characters. But instead of coloring them, we would take it to the Blockbuster and scan them and print them out. And we would rate those images based upon how we saw fit, and then hand it out to each other as trading cards. And we would make our own trading card games in the playground with it, which I thought was pretty cool. And it just took over the world by storm, really. But yeah, at the time I had no idea that it was anime, and that was my gateway to it all. I think it was only when Naruto came through and someone said, "Oh, so you watch anime?" Because when I moved to England, people were like, "What? Your villain is pink, and it's your villain is green with like bug eye wings? That doesn't make sense. The hair grows. Oh, that just sounds weird." It's like, let it sink. But yeah, That was my gateway.
Oh, cool. The playground memory is probably a core memory that I'm sure a lot of people would have loved to have. That sounded really awesome, in my opinion.
Yeah, there was a lot of other games as well. We'd also play a game where we have to try and collect all the 7 Dragon Balls, which got a little bit rough. So yeah, so you'd have like year 1 and year 2 kids at the time. I'm showing my age now. And basically what we would do is we get scrunch up loads of paper balls, and then everybody gets scattered around the whole playground, and one person would be protecting the Dragon Balls, and the whole idea is to try and collect all the Dragon Balls before playtime is over. And you do that by pinning someone in a headlock or underground, and you can retrieve the Dragon Ball from them and then take it back to your base. But at the same time, you are being chased by the opposition who's trying to like pull your leg, pull your arm whilst you're trying to collect the Dragon Balls. But it was always the older students who'd win because they just had the physical strength. So
You know what? I'm not sure if it's up anyone's cup of tea, but that sounds like a really fun game that would have
I loved it. I
amazing.
still got scars, but I loved it.
Battle scars for anime.
Yeah, exactly. I wish I had that Yamcha one right here in the cheek. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm. Is there any anime that any of you, I guess, loved at one stage that you wouldn't recommend now?
Wouldn't.
Yeah, probably wouldn't. Stuff like maybe swore by, but probably maybe wouldn't for various reasons. Like if I was to say one personally, my example maybe a bit awkward to say this, but prison school.
Oh yeah, no.
That's new news to me.
Okay,
No.
so with that
So-
one,
Wait,
Go on.
Raf.
Don't Google.
don't Google it.
No,
Don't
Okay.
do it after the podcast.
Okay, don't Google. All right.
Yeah.
I do
So-
have an anime to answer your question, but yes.
Disclaimer for people who are about to judge me. I have an anime podcast, and one of the assignments that the team had was one of the guys is into the ecchi category, and some of us aren't as well versed in that category as others. So we basically had to, as an assignment, watch some to kind of like have a review episode about. When you kind of watch something and it's intrigue, I was like, the storyline, without obviously giving out too much because it's actually wild, but the boys basically find themselves prisoners in an all-girl school, and they're basically trying to escape, and there's a lot of madnesses. My peak curiosity is, how are they going to get out of this shambolic situation? So I wanted to see the end of the rabbit hole, but the journey to the end of the rabbit hole was actually hilarious. There were actually some stupid moments, but
Yeah.
I would not recommend anyone to watch that because it's
Trying to
absolutely
escape
wild.
or not trying to escape?
No, they were trying to escape. They were trying to
Because
escape.
I'm thinking of what's his name? Monaka? I forgot the guy from My Hero Academia with the
purple ball throwing guy.
Yeah,
No,
with the
no.
Not that
Minato,
level.
sorry,
No.
Minato.
Not that
Minato?
level
No,
of-
sorry, not Minato. Oh my gosh,
Not
I'm getting
that
my names
level.
confused.
Not that
Not
level.
that level.
Okay,
They was really trying to get out of there.
okay.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Senpai, where you going, Senpai? Don't leave.
But yeah, does anyone have any anime that I guess they enjoyed watching but wouldn't recommend?
Seven Deadly Sins.
Mm.
I've-
I'm a second that. I'm not gonna lie. It was
Yeah.
good until season 3. I'm gonna give you that.
I feel like the early seasons were amazing, but the animation quality just dropped later on. And because, I'm not sure how many of you guys on this call have been brought up under the faith of Christianity, but I was brought up under the faith of Christianity, and you go through the whole Bible and talk about the 7 deadly sins, and there's also the versions of it outside of religion and what it means and the impact that they have upon their realm and our realm. And I was expecting something in depth. I was like, whoa, I'm ready to digest. This is going to be big. But then it kind of just turned into something I have to say mediocre, repetitive, and then the power scaling was really off, and you weren't getting much information on specific characters. Then they would rush with certain characters, and it got very messy. I'll probably add that and Blue Exorcist on top.
Blue Exorcist? What's wrong with that?
The first episode was very heavy. I remember that first episode. It was very heavy.
Of
Yeah,
Blue
that-
Exorcist or
Yeah, Blue
Seven Deadly
Exorcist.
Sins?
Blue
Yeah,
Exorcist.
but
The
That
first
was heavy,
episode was heavy.
season 1 was brilliant, all the way up to the point that they opened up the gate. And I thought this is great, but then after opening up the gate again, if it was giving me Seven Deadly Sins vibe, where it was like, I need more. This is too light. You're not. This is why I love Attack on Titans, because it's like a layer of onion. So is that how you say it? It's
Yeah.
a glass onion or something. I forgot the expression. Please forgive me. Where you think one thing, but then there's 3 more layers behind it. So the deeper it is, the better. I'm that guy. I'm that guy that people will turn around and say, Raph, it's not that deep. I'm like, yes, it is. It is that deep. Listen, it has a lot more to it than just, oh, we're just fighting these overgrown creatures to eradicate the world. No, there's a lot more to it.
No, I agree. With Attack on Titan, personally, it's like my favorite anime. But I remember there was one part of Attack on Titan where it seemed as though the plot could only go in one direction. When they'll basically try and get to the basement, like you just saw, oh, it's one direction. There's not much that's going to happen. And imagine driving through a tunnel. You can only basically go through that tunnel and get to the other side. The plot blew the roof off of that tunnel and opened so much possibilities. I was like, yeah, ALT storytelling is up there.
Yeah, absolutely agree. But I won't take any more time on the floor because I feel like I can carry on going forever. So
No, to be honest, you're in good company because I'm one that can talk about anime for absolute hours, but
I
we
love
don't
that.
have hours, unfortunately, for this one. So we're going to jump over to the next section, which is Talking Shop, where the craft meets anime. So obviously, you guys are gamers at heart. I'm not sure if you prefer gaming or anime. I'm not going to ask you guys to choose which one is your preference. I believe both.
I was about to say you cannot choose. There is no. It's both or none.
Yeah.
they kind of coexist. You know, it's like
They
bread and
do.
butter.
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, you need
Why are you
one
asking that
and
question,
the other.
fam?
a nice
Unacceptable.
foil. Unacceptable. No, to be honest, it's a thing where. Sorry, I my mind is interesting in that way, but
Well,
it's
I understood the reference. Don't worry.
I was about to
Right,
say,
right.
I
hello.
understood the reference.
We know.
I personally believe that anime and gaming both are 2 of the best modes of storytelling that we have as a people. So I'm gonna ask you guys, what was your fondest, earliest gaming memory?
I have one, but I always feel like I'm chatting the most, so I'll wait.
Nuh-uh.
Playing a Bugs Bunny and Tetris on the first Game Boy with my sister by a wired cable in between.
Sorry, which game? Which game?
Tetris and Bugs
Okay.
Bunny.
Okay. I thought you said Bugs Bunny and Taz Time Busters. For some reason, that came to my head.
What?
That
That
game
was a
is
good
really
game.
good. I
That was a good
mean,
game.
that's a good game. I mean,
Show my ages. That was a good game.
I love that game.
Like,
That was a good game.
That's a really good game.
Sorry, Rafa, go on.
But the fact that we had to connect with each other through wires, that is so weird to see now. But it was such a fun time. And get really into the zone. And also the fact that we need to use a lighter because when it gets dark, it's you can't see the screen anymore. So I would say I grew up with a Game Boy. And after that, it was going into the PC world, playing Rayman 1, playing The Sims 1, playing Roller Coaster Tycoon, Age of Empires. Goddamn. That list goes on and on and on.
Right.
heavy hitters.
Oh, yes.
Populous, I'm not sure if anyone knows that one. A God game. That was also great. Black and white.
Is that the one where you could alter the beasts or something like that?
Black and white?
There was like a game where you play as like some gods of Olympus and you could mix and match like a Minotaur with a
I think it
centaur or
was.
something, and then you can unleash chaos onto the human world, and then the humans have to deal with that situation. I forgot what it's called.
I think it's that one, or I'm confusing another game.
I could be confusing you, but anyways, I'll leave you to it.
Great games, absolutely.
GG games.
No, GGW games. Wolfie,
I, I
is
would
there
say
a game that made you fall in love with gaming? Like, what was that game for you?
this is a very I tell this story a lot on my stream when I talk about my mom, but it's very funny how I got into it. First, it was Pokemon. Like that's the first ever like video game I really got my hands on and I owned because I was first into the TCG. So I was playing cards, I was doing competitive stuff as a kid, and then I played Pokemon Diamond and Pearl as my first ever. And then my mom got me a PlayStation 2 and then she was like, "Hey, I like this game. You should try this game out too." No one would ever guess what game it is. I'm like, "Oh, it's probably a cute game." No, my mom told me, "Here, God of War, Ghost of Sparta, have fun."
When you told me that the first time, Wolf, I was so flabbergasted. I was like, "Goat, mom."
Hello,
Right?
Mom.
W. Wow.
And then so that's how I got into gaming. And I'm like, I like this a lot, but mom, why so much blood? She's like, shh, just play, just play.
Don't
Enjoy
worry
the
about
show.
it, boy.
And then the
Read
next
it, boy.
Boy.
and then the next one right after that, you would think, oh, it's probably one game, get a little taste. No, my mom was like, here's Mortal Kombat. I'm like, Mom.
Can't wait till she
W.
introduces to Manhunt.
So those two were the games that got me like, oh, I wanted to go more into games because God of War was for the story, and Mortal Kombat was for the combination of the story and the characters and the lore behind them. So that got me into a lot of story games.
That's actually really cool. Not as good as like obviously being introduced to that, but I remember the first two games that my mum bought me because I used to save up to get my own games. But one time when she bought me two games, she bought me Crash Bandicoot Warped
Oh,
and Tomb Raider, and I was like,
Yeah.
two very different games, but also two games that me and my brother played growing up, and absolutely have hours chucked into those franchises.
beautiful.
Great.
See, the first three games that I got was well, I'd say that I fell in love with, not that I got, because the first three games that I got was on the Sega Mega Drive 16-bit. But the games that made me fall in love with gaming deeply was Tekken 3. Because it was at the time where my parents could only afford thank you, could only afford one game, maybe two a year. So I would visit my cousins and I would take the same game and we'd go through the same stories over and over again with every single character to try and get all the different outcomes. Soccer! And it got to a point where I would do mini challenges with, okay, I'm playing as Mokujin because whatever character lands on, I am...
It's like a roulette with that
Yeah,
guy.
it's a roulette. I'm challenging myself. I know all these combos. But then I got so good at it that I decided to play, what's his name, Gon? It was like
the dinosaur.
Yeah, the tiny dinosaur with the turtle shell on its back. And it was just hilarious because it's like this tiny little thing who is just causing absolute chaos, and it shouldn't be because of its stature. And I absolutely love that. And sometimes it would get a little bit aggressive when my cousin would physically try and beat me up when he couldn't actually hack it. But it made me fall in love because I had to study every move, how to counter, how to do the really long grapple move that King does, for figuring out that Yoshimitsu can, take away his own life and get a bit of a perk, and learning how to do the fleece so he can fly over, and then the whole combos from martial law, and then, wow, all of a sudden Jin Kazama is no longer this human. He's got the ogre in him. And it was just fascinating that it was one of those games at the time where I could just sink my teeth in and just learn as much as possible without feeling the pressure that we now get from social media of, well, this game's coming out next week, and this one's got a DLC, and this one's coming out, and it's like, okay, that's just too much. I feel like I need to rush this game in order to start enjoying the next one. But because none of that existed, it gave me the opportunity to fully dive into each and every single character, from story to gameplay, and that to me was at the time where I truly felt like I fell in love with gaming.
I hear that. I'm gonna loop the gaming aspect back to anime, and I'm gonna throw this one to Afro. Afro,
Mhm.
Would you say that slice of life is the equivalent to cozy gaming?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That's
Yep.
my question answered.
You're
And
asking
any
Well,
the
other
right
examples?
person.
adore these genres because, oh man, life is already so hectic. To actually get away from everyday life for once in a while is nice. Might that be anime? Might that be gaming?
Yeah.
Give me War and Peace.
Are there any examples of an anime that you feel would make a good cozy game if they were like taken and copy and pasted and made into a game?
Well, I guess solo camping for two counts already as a good game. Like you gonna properly learn, as in, I've seen it as a VR game already or something where you can actually learn how to properly uh, learn how to camp and do it yourself, and then eventually go outside and do it yourself.
Mm.
Any cooking anime is already a good transformation into a cooking game where you learn about recipes, about ingredients, about the whole process of cooking, because the science part is also insane. Maybe Dr. Stone?
Oh.
I was about to vouch that. That's a
Oh.
very good learning anime.
Mm.
And the cozy thing about, at least for me, what makes it a cozy game where I can just immerse as well, but also learn something in the meantime on my own pace.
Mm.
And that's what I love about most of the cozy game, because you learn a lot about farming in every different game. It's a bit different on how to do all of that. Of course, in real life, it will be totally different, but it's just a door opening for you how the farming life could be, or how the cooking life could be, or just getting intrigued with more subjects when it comes to everyday life in a more romanticized way.
W take. I like that. I'm gonna ask two more questions before we move on to like a little debate, because I want to basically like stir the pot a little bit. Well, hopefully we'll see if you guys have contrasting opinions. But I'm gonna throw this one to Wolfie. If you could be an admin, similar to kind of like Solo Leveling, not Solo Leveling, Sword Art Online.
Uh-huh.
If you could be an admin of an anime world, would you be power mad, or do you think you'll be a fair and just administrator?
I think I'll be fair. I don't like the power greed, because it's like you're making something and then you want to take over control. Is like, why share it, right? Because you're basically doing it for yourself. So if I'm gonna be an admin and for an anime or maybe a game or something like that, I would like to share it, make it fair, make it progress worthy of doing it together. Make it be like, hey, if you do it together, you progress faster, and if you do it alone, you gotta do this unique stuff. But everybody's at their own pace, and make sure there's no FOMO in it.
I like that. I was kind of hoping you say that you would want to watch the anime world burn.
Yeah.
Bad.
You had one job.
Yeah, very,
To get
very.
it out down.
I like that. That was very Obama of you. That was very Obama of you.
I know.
I wouldn't do that. I'd be like,
Yeah.
if
Destroy
you ask
everything.
me, if you ask me, I'd be like, it depends on what color the moon is right now, what time I wake up, and which side of the bed I roll over to. But there's a couple of characters that will be in the world where I'm like, nah, today you deserve to win your lottery ticket and immediately lose it and never find it again. So,
Wow.
and you deserve ketchup on your white shirt and you're gonna go on that dinner date, and you deserve to get a paper cut and then have nothing to heal yourself with.
Wow.
And my list just goes on and on and on and on. It depends. But there's lessons to be learned from every single one of them. There's opportunities for you to learn and build back your karma points. So it's not going to be all doom and gloom just because I wanted it to. But you need to learn how to break out of that cycle. And I wanted to make it a little bit challenging and interesting. So not peace all the time. It's like, oh no, your dog is sick. Let me heal your dog. Listen, this is your arc moment. This is your moment for you to get tough and figure out how to deal with death. And today your dog is not going to make it. I'm sorry, little fella.
Raf just says, I don't want peace.
I want trouble.
problems.
He wants
Oh,
violence.
Oh my! Oh my!
Yes,
Yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist, if you guys remember that.
No, I didn't want to say
Did
it,
you
but
just say remember? Excuse
Remember?
me.
That animal's not that old. I'm just saying, it's not that.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, not many people have seen it. You'd
Hey,
be
listen, you
surprised.
said
Tucker is a
Seven Deadly
villain.
Sins,
Mm,
and I wanted to say like, hey, you know what? Fullmetal Alchemist is even better.
It's even better than
The Seven Deadly Sins that you said, where the sins are being introduced and everything.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah,
makes
yeah.
it,
Story, and I was
it
like,
it a
hey
better
man,
interpretation.
Full Metal Alchemist is in my top 3
Whew.
favorite animes of all time. So
Same actually.
but then
same.
comes the big question:
What's the big question?
No.
Is
Ooh.
it Fullmetal Alchemist or Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Ooh.
I'll just go.
Mine would be
I'll-
Brotherhood.
Yeah, mine would go Brotherhood.
why does everybody go for Brotherhood? Quick question.
I'll be honest, it's because it's the first one I watched. I was told to watch, when I was getting into anime, I was told, watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. And I also heard that Fullmetal Alchemist, I think there was a stage where it caught up to the manga, so it did its own kind of anime only
Yeah.
ending.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true. That's
Yeah.
why it is a good story on its own. Absolutely, I've watched both of them, and also this is one of the only animes that I watched dubbed and subbed. I normally watch everything subbed, but this one I need to watch Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood in dubbed. I'm sorry, but
Fair
the
enough.
way they did these voices are, the voice actors went hard on this one.
Yeah.
See, I'm a little bit 50-50 on that. Not, I agree that Brotherhood is better, but my love is for the original one because that's how I was introduced to it. And the reason it's my love is because Brotherhood had the opportunity to learn from Full Metal Alchemist and go, okay, now that the manga is finished, not only can we make the animation better, we can have the story tidied up a little bit better because the ending was very somewhat questionable, a little bit obscure for the first one, and Brotherhood finalized that a lot better. So it's like, I mean, yeah, you are better, but if it wasn't for the original, you probably wouldn't be as good as you are. So who do I give credit to?
Both.
Right.
Yeah, but I like them both. I think they're good. But if I had a gun pointed to my head, I'd have to say Brotherhood.
He said, wow,
I mean, yeah. Which
reluctantly.
one? Which one?
Yeah,
Tell me.
yeah. Just remember that when you come to my world, you'll be losing your lottery ticket. I'm gonna tell you that shit.
We'll never make him a host anymore.
Really random side note. My friend sent me a post literally this morning, and he said in the post, or the post said, "This is one character that no one hates." And I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a Full Metal Alchemist character, and it was
Alphonse?
what's the muscular guy?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Give me him. Yes.
You know, you're right.
He
No
is
one hates him.
everything.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah.
hates him.
Love him.
I
Yeah.
love him
Good
so
guy.
much that I even
And the
see
fuck-
him.
The
muscles. Look at the
starts.
You know, I see him in. If you guys watched Sentenced to Be a Hero yet,
No, I
No,
haven't seen that.
no.
It's
on my list.
my list for sure.
watch it. There's one character in there that when I saw that character, I was like, "Oh, what you in for, Alchemist?" It literally, like, he reminds me of him. Yeah, he reminds me of him.
Could he also be very similar to correct me if I'm wrong, the gay prisoner for One Punch Man?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Because they're always flexing their muscles and trying to show love
Yeah,
for
yeah.
all the inmates that's in there.
I can't remember his name, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Because it's-
Perry something or
Something like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I feel like there's a few characters. You could also say Escanor is kind of like that to a certain degree.
I was
So-
thinking that. Close enough.
No, but yeah, that is a character that you can't dislike. Very lovable.
Speaking of
Absolutely.
characters to dislike,
One of
I'm
my
gonna
favorites,
throw-
to be honest.
Mhm.
Goofball.
I'm going to throw this last question before we do the debate over to Raf. What anime villain would make the hardest boss fight and would need to get nerfed in the first patch?
All right, I'm gonna head out.
Uchiha Madara, come on. It's a no-brainer. This guy's fighting armies And then what was it when he sends the meteor? Forgot the name of the meteor during the
Twice.
first one. He goes, "Oh, here's a meteor." It's like everybody's like, "Oh yeah, we sealed this one off with two HP level," and then he goes, "Oh, funny, here's another one." Bam, and that's not even him at his most powerful moment at any point in the whole anime verse of Naruto ever, and he's just
I'm gonna give you a harder boss
Mm.
based on the power scaling.
Ooh, yeah,
Oh my god.
Madara is good. Don't get me wrong, Madara is good, but Yoba he's scary.
That
Ugh.
yeah. To
trying
give
to
you
remember, is that the one with the paint or which
no.
one is it
That's the one he
The-
went against the
Quincy.
leader of the Quincy.
Oh, the leader. Oh yeah, he's OP. Yeah.
Mm.
To show you how bad it was. For
That's how
anybody
you say his
listening,
name.
yeah.
Wait, how do you say it? Because I always say
Yigebach.
I
Yeah.
thought it
Why
was
would you-
Ewok.
Ewok, Yigebach, or
It's
something like that.
Ewok.
It's based off a German army.
No.
It's based off a German army, so which is funny. But to show you how crazy he is, he made for all the listeners that haven't watched it. I'm sorry if you hear spoilers. Mute for a minute. He made the first captain use his Bankai in such a long while and made him use all his power to kill off a clone.
I mean, okay. Me personally, I wouldn't say that shows power. It just shows that you have a very good IQ. Because if you were to put them at that stage where they were at that stage of power, because Ewok wasn't at his fullest,
Yeah.
then I think he would have got absolutely annihilated. That was a very, very smart move. Very smart
Exactly.
move. But I would still say Aizen has the upper hand. This guy's tied to a chair.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's
yeah,
doing the
Everything
most,
goes
yeah.
according to Aizen's plan.
Everything. Aizen would be right there. Aizen would be I would say, in terms of intellectual bosses, it would be both of them from Bleach. But in terms of, let's say stages you have to fight, it would be Ibach.
Yeah.
Ebach.
Ibach.
Wait, my debate, which I'm hoping would be a debate for you guys, and if you guys don't want to fight me or don't want to fight each other, I'll fight you guys about it.
I'm ready. I got the power of God and anime on my side. Let's go.
All right, let's rumble. Let's go.
Okay. Are anime games actually good?
A majority of them, no.
No.
A majority of them, no. A majority of them tend to heavily rely on the series itself as opposed to the gameplay and how the power scaling can be done. You've got games like, for example, like Jump Force looks
Had so much potential. So much
it
potential.
looks
Hurt my heart. I spent too much money on that game. I bought
Remember what
I
is
pre-ordered
Jump?
a limited edition.
Sorry, I forgot what you
What
said.
was it again? The game that you
Jump.
just said?
Jump Force.
Jump Force.
yeah.
It rings a bell, but
That game had so much potential. The
I think-
story was boring.
Yeah.
Story was so boring.
I think
Oh.
anime games are good when it's
I've seen it.
oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
anime games are good when it's within their own verse. When you start to mix with other verses, it becomes very complex, and it's like, oh no, Luffy should really be whooping Naruto's behind or whatever, and Gon Freak should really be taking on Krillin, and yada yada, and it gets silly. If it's within their own realm, I can accept it, and there's some very good ones, especially the Ninja Storm series. I absolutely love
Ninja Storm was really good.
really, really, really good. They're really well done. But then the moment you start to mix and match them with other anime verses, it gets weird. Just the character design is already strange because you have to adhere to the art style of that specific anime. But I think the good ones are really good. But
Dragon
then
Ball
everything.
Fighters?
Dragon Ball Fighters. Oh, the side scroller. Yeah,
yeah.
that I love that one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
I love that one. A good friend of mine, childhood friend, he was ranked number 1 for Android 18 in the fighting competition for Dragon Ball Fighters. Yeah, that was really, really good game. So, but yeah, that's my take on that one. I just feel as if A majority of them are quite mediocre, but the good ones that are out there are very, very good.
There's like only, I would say there's only a few games that did it great, and the perfect blueprint is all the early Dragon Ball series, like Budokai Tenkaichi 3. Then you have I would say, I forgot what it's called. Where you can customize your own character. I think it was Evolutions. I can't remember.
Xenoverse?
Yeah,
Xenoverse.
Xenoverse. Xenoverse 2 was great until they start getting money hungry. But you could see where like the takes comes in terms of when you put money into it and where you want to make money in it. Because all these, I would say the past 5 years of anime games that has been released has been rushed. I felt that they all have been rushed. They didn't take their time. They're like, "Oh, anime is getting hot again. Put it in a hot pot." You know, like the latest game. I was very disappointed. I didn't buy it at all. It was the latest Bleach game. It looked
I bought it.
interesting.
I bought it. I'm so sad that I bought it. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You're sad about it because I actually thought it was really good when I was seeing other people play it.
It's really
Single
good.
player is good. Online is terrible. The online is so bad. You can spam things and win because it was.
What level are we talking about? Like, because for example, I really like Sparking Zero online. It could be a lot better. I feel like Sparking Zero, the balancing could be as good as Tenkaichi 3 or Budokai 3, depending where you got it from.
Yeah.
But is it worse than Sparking Zero?
It's worse.
So Sparking Zero, in my opinion, and there's an update coming soon, which I'm looking forward to getting into actually, because I haven't played Sparking in a while. But
yeah, me too.
I guess they have a lot of good mechanics in the Bleach Something of Souls, can't remember what it's called, but you can get away with just spamming things on your side and not know what the other person's doing and just win, just because it's net code. I'm not sure what the underlying reason is, but it's not very good for the online mode.
Okay, that sounds like it's an easy introduction for beginners to one button mash and make you feel like you're really good. So it's more about if I can hit you before you hit me, before my Reiatsu runs out or whatever, something like that, then I'm a win. And I think it's called Rebirth of Souls or something?
That's
something like that.
Rebirth of Souls. To be honest, the soundtrack's good. The art style's good.
That's also another conversation. Which anime has the best soundtracks? Come on.
Samurai Champloo.
Hey,
Fight
you know
me.
what? Afro.
Fight me. Got you, fam.
Okay,
I'm still say Bleach.
Nothing else. Samurai Champloo. Bye.
I would still say Bleach, but I have to say something about Samurai Champloo. I feel like
it's such vibe.
Gachi Kuta has taken so many beautiful elements from Samurai Champloo of just making it so abstract. It's like it's almost like, hey, I'm trying to introduce you black culture, but without forcing it upon your face. It's very obscure. It's like you got this whole graffiti, the whole music, you know, when they open down the window and they're just bopping their heads.
I love that part. Oh my god,
that's pretty cool.
I remember watching that. My jaw was like, I was like, nah. Well done, guys. Nah.
it's beautiful in so many ways, and it's so unique. And I feel like there's
it so much.
A couple of nods to Samurai Champloo where it's strange. It's like Marmite on a piece of bread. You know, either you hate it or you love it. With Samurai Champloo, you're looking at these Japanese guys doing their absolutely beautiful moves, which looks something like You Got Served, the way they're breakdancing and fighting. And then you got hip hop on the other side. It shouldn't intertwine, but yet it works so beautifully. And it works so beautifully. It's gorgeous art. So
I tried to judge it at first because I remember when I first saw it, I wanted to, not another shonen. Like, I'm tired of this. Like, let's not do this again. I wanted to watch different types of genre. And then, that was a good watch. I can't lie. I can't lie. I also am someone who I very much love character designs, and their character designs they're just also good. I'm a fan of character design.
It's the lore, it's the story, it's the characters, it's the music. The music is everything in that anime. And I can remember the episode 6 specifically. That threw me off. And if you know, you know, especially if you're Dutch, you know.
Let us know. Let us know.
Out of context, jogging my memory. What happened in episode 6?
Episode 6 is where the gang is running away from Fu is getting introduced to this painter, right? That she will be a model for this painter. Eventually, they found out it's a scammer and everything, yada yada yada, because they would try to kidnap her. But the forces from a specific governor or whatever are coming through, and you see these white men and blonde hair and everything, and you're like, this is not a Japanese character. Who is this? Eventually, this person starts talking in Dutch.
Hey.
And this was the first time ever I was watching it in Japanese, and I was like, wait, time out. I can understand this. What is going on?
I don't need the subtitles. What's going on?
I can understand Japanese. Hello, am I Japan?
And it was the perfect switch because it sounded perfectly Dutch. And then I found out it was an actual Dutch voice actor who did that part. I was like, wait, how did they do that? Because it was fluently. But that threw me off guard, and I cracked so hard about that.
That's
every time.
Hilarious.
Sorry. Every time I meet people and we talk about this in their Dutch, you know. Just, just for that moment.
that is hilarious.
Oh man.
You reminded me of when, as a kid, again, because I was born in Portugal and then moved to England eventually. When watching Disney cartoons, I know we're talking about anime, the voice acting is very different. So when I was watching The Little Mermaid, the humans and the mermaids, they have like a very posh Portuguese accent, and the crab has a very strong Angolan accent where they also speak Portuguese. And it's like, for example, I don't know, Ariel will be like, "Eu sou Ariel, sou muito linda," and then the crab will be like, eu estou aqui, tô brincando, blah, 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 like very deep voice. And I was like, okay, você tá brincando com muita coisa aqui, eh? And then when it came to the English version, Ariel's like, "Oh, yes, I can walk on land, la la la." And then all of a sudden, under the sea, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay, so you're both black, that's for sure. And you both have this deep voice, and you both have like this swag to it. And I can imagine it was something like that for...
Absolutely.
For you, it's like, well...
I can understand that. That was weird. Confirm about Sebastian. Also in the Dutch version, you can actually hear he has an accent and everything.
Is he Nigerian by any chance?
Suriname.
Suriname.
Wait, where? Sorry, I missed it.
Surinamese.
Oh, okay.
It's just, oh man.
We're
you can
everywhere.
easily hear it whenever that happens.
Parker, can I throw in something random real quick?
Go for it.
You know how I previously said, what is the anime with some of the best soundtrack? I immediately thought of, what is the best anime without a soundtrack? And I thought of Evangelion. Because, I'm not sure if anyone's seen, well, Afro, I think you've seen it. Evangelion, a majority of the time, does not have a soundtrack. Yeah. And it's just the sound of nature. It would be like cars going past or the birds tweeting in the background. And I'm like, this is nice. This is very different. This is real. And I thought, this is pretty cool. And I don't know if there's any other animes that do something like that. And I just thought, that's an interesting way to portray anime in itself by just using the sound of the environment around you.
Yeah, that is... Ooh.
Just food for thought, that's all.
That's a good one. That's actually a good one. But I'm still fighting you for Nujabes, because the way this man...
Okay,
it's all right.
What I'm going to say is we can basically talk about anime and gaming for hours, and I'd love to keep... Because I know you guys are an hour ahead of me. I don't want to keep you guys up too late, but just remember, I need to unpin something from the start of our conversation.
Yes.
And on the subject of soundtracks, it has something to do with clear, obscure Expedition 33.
Oh, and Final Fantasy. Oh, yeah.
Remember to unpin that.
Yeah, I put it in our chat there. So,
which soundtrack is the best one? Wait, time out. Wolfie is not done yet. He's not done yet with the game.
I'm
so
I'm 56% now.
Just let you know.
Got
just
past
heads up.
Act 1. How did you feel about that? Without going to spoilers, the end of Act 1 for you.
beginning alone, I was like, what the fluff? I'm like, bro, we starting off like this? Like, hello? Like, well, I just got here.
It's
Why you
just a
so
trash bin.
aggressive? Why you so
Why you see the
aggressive?
trash bin?
But what do you
Did you
mean it's a
find the
perfectly
trash
good?
bin?
What do you mean the perfectly good trash
We
bin?
were in chat going, find the bin, the right bin.
I'm like, what? What's with the bin? What you
the
want
trash
with
can,
bin?
the trash can.
What's wrong with the trash can? Yes, a perfectly good trash bin. I'm like, okay. Yes, I am indeed a perfectly trash bin. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay.
Why am
Leave
I
me
getting
alone.
bunked by a mime all the time? What the hell? What's going on?
Parry it.
Hey, parry it!
Oh my god.
Parry it!
When
have
I heard, I was
nice
like, oh, this
feet.
is what y'all talking about.
No, the part that got me, I think even you're playing today. My, what lovely feet.
Right, I'm like, wait, what?
Bruh, he's
This is what
finally
y'all
there.
talking
He
about.
finally found one more goal. Come on, man.
I love him. I love him. What kills me is like, oh, we're gonna go to Old Luminaire. Okay, bye. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, wait, bro, what?
The banter between Verso and Monoko is everything.
Their
I love
bromance
that.
is awesome.
Yeah, it's,
Oh
They're
my
it's cute.
So
God.
hilarious. There'd be a lot of fighting. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting. Okay, good.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
back.
good. Okay, good. I'm in. I'm back. I'm
Fine,
like, bro,
fine,
what?
fine. You know, it gets better. Wolf, you're gonna love their
Oh
banter
my
because it
God.
just carries on and it gets better as the relationship grows. They're so
Cannot wait.
wholesome.
I think SKA cracks me up because
Oh.
it doesn't matter how
Wheeze and
twisted
woos.
and dark
Hello,
and
friends.
bad the world is. He's always like, oh, wee, let me just throw up some. Oh, I won't say anything because.
Oh no,
this
he
is-
hasn't got there yet. He hasn't got there yet. He hasn't got there
No.
yet. He hasn't got there yet.
Hey,
No,
hey,
no,
hey.
he hasn't.
Oh,
The
wait.
adventure bought the rocks. I'm still trying to get the rocks.
Do you remember? Do you remember Francois?
Fun.
Francois.
Francois.
Francois is everything too.
Francois.
Oh.
They're the same voice actor. I think he does. I believe the voice actor does Francois and Monoko or Francois and Esquier. I'm not sure which one, but yeah.
I think it's an Eskia and Francois because Monoko was recently here in a convention.
Mhm.
Mael shouldn't have won the voice actor. Just saying.
Ooh,
Mael
You said
shouldn't
it.
have won.
he
Mael
said it.
shouldn't have won. For me, it should have been Renoir,
Oh, Renoir.
aka Pierce Brosnan. His
You
character
and
model
you.
looks. Listen, his character model looks like Pierce Brosnan. It
He
does.
ain't lying. He's
It
not
really
lying.
does. I know.
Put some respect on the man's name, will ya?
Yes, I know, Mr. Smeagol. We get it.
Mr. Smeagol himself is doing the voice.
No, he did an amazing job. Don't get me wrong, but it does look like Pierce Brosnan. Honestly.
It's funny because every time I'm playing the game, Rob comes in and be like, hey, look at this character. I'm like,
Hey,
bro,
look,
this
it's
is...
007.
Right? That. I'm like, bro.
It was Mr. Bond, James
Yeah.
Bond.
I'm not gonna lie. On the topic of Claire, I believe that it's the first time in a very long time that I've actually very much like loved playing a game. Like I played a lot of games. I played like Elden Ring was a good game. Don't get me wrong. I really enjoyed that, but it kind of gave me shades of Final Fantasy X, and it reminded me how much I missed games like Final Fantasy X because I guess before I knew I loved anime, Final Fantasy was kind of like my like anime-like game. Claire showed the makers of Final Fantasy that they may need to rethink what they've been doing with their recent games because
Yep. We need to go back into playing with your feelings again, especially with the power of music, because Xanakand is still in
Ooh.
my veins.
Mm.
Dun, 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 dun,
Too good.
da, 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 da. Till this day, it still brings tears to my eyes. I get goosebumps, and it was everything to me. And if you haven't played it, go out there, give it a try. I'm sure there's like a HD version that came out on the
There is.
PlayStation Vita.
It was 10 and 10-2. I got that as well.
I got 10-2, but I didn't really like 10-2.
It was okay. It was like fan service, kind of in terms of like just nods to Final Fantasy X.
Yeah.
That made sense.
But the storyline, the gameplay, the characters, how they converse with each other, how they are slotted in. No one feels forced. No one feels like they are just a random side character. And it had a lot of heartfelt moments, loads of memorable moments. And then to figure out what happens towards the end, you're like, that really hurts. And you do have like a full circle moment when Xanacon is playing, because Xanacon plays right at the beginning, I believe, when you press start, and it's sort of like the aftermath. And you know how certain games the start of the screen changes after you've completed the game? With this one, from what I recall, it doesn't change the visuals, but your perception of what you're seeing is completely different. And it's so painful to watch because you know what's going to happen, and it kind of has to happen unless you've played X2 and it has its own little story.
A little bit of retcon.
Story.
Yeah,
Story.
sucker. But I felt as if Claire Obscure also had many moments similar to that where, oh, hey, this is the one world. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute. You think this is one world?
Think again.
Slow it down. But I won't say anymore because I want Wolfie to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm actually going to see the symphony. They're doing like a tour.
You're not the only one.
You know,
We're
I've
gonna
got a
watch it.
Minoko mask that I'm going to wear.
Oh,
I will, when it arrives, I'll take pictures. I got a
Yes,
Minoko mask.
please.
Yes. It's
Oh,
that's so cool.
really dope. But yeah, guys, I guess on that note, I will have to call TOD on this conversation because we can definitely go on and on and on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But what I'm going to say before we go is I'm going to kind of give you guys a chance to plug what you're doing, where you're going, DreamHack, where people can like find you. The floor is yours, guys. Whoever wants to go first.
Fine, I'll go first. No pressure. No pressure. All right. So, yeah, my name is Achilles Wolf. That's how you say it. I prefer to be called by Ro or Wolf. That's not an issue. The name is a gimmick of a combination of my first and my middle name. So anybody can say it wrong. That's the point. That's like the greatest conversation starter. So it's kind of like a mindset I put without even thinking about it, you know? You can find me on Twitch, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter if you want to be there. They're all the same handle. One might be just the first part, but they're basically all the same handle. Uh, I have a lot of projects I am focusing on. I've been doing a lot of projects this year. I've done the raid trains for the Black History Month, with all these two lovely people as well. I've been doing a lot of other stuff behind the scenes. Still, feel like I'm not ready as a content creator. I got a lot of ideas. TikTok is also the same. There's a lot of Pokemon content. I'm going back into that live because like deep again because that was my first love of anything. So I'm going back into it. That's my niche. So there'll be that. I will be along with Afro. We'll be at a DreamHack in the next 2 weeks. So we'll be there. In terms of any other things, you could catch my streams on Twitch on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Friday. What are you going to expect? Mondays always Pokemon. Wednesday is Silk Song currently, and then Fridays I do Clear Obscure. But mainly I do a lot of story games, story-driven games, very focused, and that as well. Story soccer. But yeah, that's where you can find me at. And yeah, I'm gonna be everywhere. I'm saying this since the beginning of years. Surprisingly, this is my breakout year, so I am becoming a lot more recognizable, and you're gonna catch me everywhere.
yay!
I feel like I'm going to get set up for this now.
Hey
Hey everyone, I'm Raph, also known as Story of Raph on Twitch.
Story.
Thank you. As you can see, I have very lovely companions. All jokes aside, I'm a streamer that focuses a lot on storytelling, nostalgia, and community vibes rather than sweaty gameplay. I love talking about games, anime, cartoons, pop culture, and I like to think that all those worlds that shaped us growing up, as we've had these conversations today. And I like to think that my streams are pretty much basically like hanging out with friends whilst diving into those conversations. And you got like crisps and pizzas and fizzy drinks around you, and you're just chilling with like your favorite cousin or your chilled friend, and you're in a safe spot. Unfortunately, I'm going through a little bit of a health issue, but that should be over in a few months. So I've been slowing things down, taking it easy. But stereotypically, you find me streaming 2 to 3 times a week, live on Twitch, stereotypically Tuesdays, 7 to 9 p.m. CEST, Wednesdays where I do a random food from my culture or whatever the chat decides at that time. So I'll do like live cooking. I'm a big foodie. And then Fridays I'll either do some form of gaming, like song battles. So people go head to head and select their songs, or we play a story-driven game, or we do something crazy like Soulmates, like we've played here before, together as free. And the next plan for me is to attend TwitchCon EU. So that's in the cards right there. Haven't got any other bigger future events in this moment in time in the horizon. But that is the objective for now, to sort of continue working on my craft and entertain people across all other social media pages, because I also do have my Instagram, which is storyofwrath.streams, as well as I also have you can find all my social links on my Twitch. It has all the links there to TikTok, and I like to do skits as well on relatable things from anime to soccer or just general life stories. But yeah, that's me as in a nutshell, or as much as I could put into a nutshell.
WW, thank you, Raf. And Afro, where can listeners find you? What you up to?
Quack, quack, I'm a duck. And I'm done. Quack! You can easily find me on Twitch streaming lots of times in the co-working category. So if you need a co-working buddy, I'm your duck. I do play games once in a while on stream, but I prefer to play them off stream because that's my my personal preference, and also my little cozy hub, you know. But if I play games, it will be co-op games or cozy games, lots of cozy games where I can hoard my items and tend my farm and cuddle with animals, and that's it. That's all I do the whole time. But in the co-working category, you can find me design stuff related to stream stuff, anything with literally anything you see on the screen. That's something I like to play around with. Might that be interactive? Might that be pixelated? Might that be vectorized? Might that be anything? We'll find out. How about that? And if you want to find me, I'm Afro Duckling everywhere. So see you there.
Amazing, amazing. And for anybody who is interested, DreamHack, which would be intended, would be the dates of the 27th to the 29th.
Yes.
And that is at the NEC Arena in Birmingham. So if you guys see any of these lovely guys in that convention, make sure you say hey. Make sure
We don't mind. Unless.
Man, I really wish I was there. I lived there for almost 20 years.
Please! You're in there in spirit with us.
For sure.
But yeah,
we'll kidnap your brother.
Ooh, that threat. But yes, that has been us. I've been Parker Sensei, the anime freshman, joined by these lovely, amazing streamers. As always, guys, keep it fresh and keep watching anime. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Peace.
Bye.